Dana White, says post Mayweather McGregor that he doesn't want his guys in the UFC ever again to switch over and try to box. And I'm going to tell you the real reason why that is. This your boy CJ Goodfella with the Boxing Clinic, you dig. Shout out to everybody, man. The real reason why Dana White don't want his UFC fighters to box in. And hold on 1 second before I answer that. And we asked why didn't they do a UFC versus boxing undercard straight through. And the real reason why Dana White didn't want to do that and don't want his fighters going over to boxing is a few reasons. One reason that they're gonna get their ass whooped and embarrassed, and UFC not gonna be that popular no more. It's just showing that boxing is superior in boxing, but most people don't get that. It's boxing. If boxers went over to the UFC, a lot of them guys would lose. Let's just keep it 100. But he don't want that. His guys going over to the boxing, getting their ass whooped, and the UFC dying after that, and people going over to boxing because boxing is superior in boxing. People can't understand that. And then he knows for the simple fact that boxing protects their fighters more, and is more lucrative than in the UFC. If a fighter goes to the UFC and guys that fight in the UFC, they don't make that much money compared to boxers. You know what I mean? It's a fact. And the boxers are protected by the Muhammad Ali Act. And that stops some of that dictatorship that Dana White has over those fighters. That take it or leave it approach. In boxing, it's not take it or leave it. A lot of them, if those guys are really successful in boxing, they're going to stay there. Because you got options. One champion in the UFC, that's the ideal dream for a boxer. But in boxing, you can, I can't fight that guy. I don't want to fight that guy. I go fight the IBF champion. And still be considered myself a champion and not lose any sleep or, not blink. You have options in boxing. Plus with the Muhammad Ali Act protecting you against dictators like Dana White, will take it or leave it, shit. More guys don't want that protection, especially if they are good in boxing, they're able to thrive and focus and be the shit at boxing. Dana White knows that. The grass is greener over in boxing financially and lawfully. Real shit. MMA guys don't make that much money right now. It's still a green sport. It's still coming up. It's a growing sport. Now it's really going to dictate if this, right now, from now and probably about 5 to 10 years from now, if this sport is here to stay and it's going to sprout and grow and blossom like boxing did early in his heyday. And Dana White knows that. Dana White has all these guys in check. It's a take it or leave it from Dana White. Dana White really can feed those guys more money than what he feeds them. And Conor McGregor just got a taste of caviar when he was coming up from McDonald's. Conor McGregor is never going to get shortchanged again. That's why he want to fight Nate Diaz 3. He knows it's going to sell a lot of money coming off the Mayweather thing. And he he going to get a larger slice of the pie. Period. He not going for that little bullshit $1 million, $2, $3 million he was making. He want $10, $15, $20 million minimum. 10 to be nice. He's not going to let Dana White shortchange him or he a threat to retire. And if he retires, will John Jones go down? Who does Dana White going to look to? Ronda Rousey up out of there? Who is he going to look to? So really the ball is in Conor McGregor's court. He got Dana White by the ball, especially if that pay-per-view sold over 3 to 4 million over that. Oh my God. He going to be making $100 million. He going, what the fuck I need the UFC MMA for? Honestly. And then he could turn around and box Paulo Malignaggi and make a nice little fucking killing doing that. You see the spinoff and make another 10, 15 million boxing Paulo Malignaggi minimum. So, Dana White already know that. He ain't gonna let no wrestling fighter get the taste of that shit, man. He already know that. Conor know what's good, and he you know what I'm saying. We gone.